United States currently has an inmate population of over 2 million people, which is the highest in the world, and at a rate of around $30,000 per person per year. This amount of tax dollars that we spend each year add up to over $60 billion in taxes. Majority of the prisons in the US are privately owned by corporations. So at the cost of all of us, we are lining the pockets of these major corporations. If the issue of rehabilitation is not addressed, Americans will continue to see a rise in crime. And if we continue to see a rise in crime, we will continue to see a rise in the tax dollars that we continue to pay each year. With rehabilitation, we could decrease the amount of crime that happens. And with a decrease in crime, would in turn give us a decrease in tax dollars that we spend each year. A lot of inmates get frustrated in prison and continue to commit crimes because of lack of programs for education, drug rehab, and mental illness. And this causes them to commit more crimes upon their release. These wasted dollars that we are lining the pockets of these giant corporate organizations with can be used in other areas such as education. Education is a preventative before crime happens. In order to make this happen, we need to express to our government that we do not agree with incarceration, and we need to rehabilitate some of these people. And in order to do that, we need to personally volunteer and take part in our community. We have to express how we feel about rehabilitation over incarceration, and that we are tired of lining the corporate giants' pockets with our hard paid tax dollars. $60 billion a year. We can start this by small things like joining neighborhood watch programs in your neighborhood. This will in turn help decrease the amount of crime that happens in our neighborhoods. I personally spent 2 years in prison myself, and during this time, I learned so much about people and how they wanted to get out and commit more crimes because they were not rehabilitated. So, if we could all just take time and reach out to somebody who has gone through issues or who will possibly go through issues and gives them some advice and let them know that it is possible for them to make it out and they don't have to commit crimes, we can inspire them and each other and take away this $60 billion a year business that's not benefiting, that we are lining these corporate giants' pockets with every year. This is very possible. It is not impossible. All we have to do is start with one person. And if we can reach one person, then we'll be able to reach another person. Hopefully, we'll get the point across to Congress, and Congress will make the decision to say, yes, we should rehabilitate. We should not incarcerate people for things that they can be treated for, that they may go to prison for and come out a worse person than they were before. Take time, write letters to your congressman, write letters to your government. It's even started back with Martin Luther King and the dream he had, writing letters. And people thought these letters didn't make a difference, but they did make a difference. And they will continue to make a difference if we as a people stand together and realize that things are unbalanced and we need to balance this. We are tired of lining these corporate giants' pockets with our hard-earned tax dollars. We can start by taking part in our community meetings, expressing our point in our local communities. And then as we express with our local communities, we can expand it to the bigger part of the government. We have to set goals in order to have success. It'll be motivative, and it'll take teamwork in order for us to get this accomplished, that rehabilitation is better than incarceration. And we are tired of lining the corporate giants' pockets with $60 billion a year. We will continue to see a rise in crime and taxes if this is not addressed. We need to address this. $60 billion a year. And together as a unit, if we express to our government and our people that this is not fair, we are tired of lining these corporate giants' pockets, we can eventually overcome this issue. and we will express that rehabilitation over incarceration really works. Thank you.